Hello and welcome. This is a calming yoga practice for times of transition, times of feeling uncertain, and perhaps even slightly overwhelmed or anxious. This practice will hopefully take you from a state of feeling a bit agitated or worrying into a state of centered, grounded clarity, calming an overactive mind, helping you to feel safe, clear, present, and peaceful in the present moment. How are we going to do that? We're going to do that with a variety of forward folds and twists, lengthening our exhales throughout the practice. And first, before we begin, we're going to practice just a short 2 minutes of alternate nostril breath work. So when we are in periods of transition, those are quite actually the periods in which we have the most potential for growth. Now, in life, change is absolutely inevitable. Change is the only constant. And it's quite normal to have the human tendency to resist change, to have feelings of tremendous worry or wish that we had a greater control. Now, habits and behaviors that are pretty unpleasant to experience are excessive worrying, overthinking, constantly envisioning worst-case scenario, focusing on all the ways in which life is falling apart instead of the ways in which you're supported and things are actually working out for you. Now, the human mind has an incredible capacity to survive, partly because of, throughout evolution, our ability to predict all of the different possibilities. So we've gotten where we are because of our ability to predict some pretty bad things and to then avoid them. So the mind, fear, is quite a default tendency for many people, meaning that it's so much easier for our brains to worry than it is to just feel excellent about everything. In order to outgrow that, that takes quite a bit of practice. So during whatever period of transition you may be experiencing, during whatever changes are going on in your life, because quite certainly there are major changes going on in the lives of most of us, and along with personal changes as well, there are global changes. So being rooted in your practices throughout times of transition is an incredibly potent way for you to continue to show up as your highest self. It is precisely during these times of change and uncertainty when we should stick with our practices, when we need to do what makes us feel good and strong when we start our days, so that we can show up with our best energy. If we don't take care of our bodies and minds during a time of uncertainty, we will almost surely default and not show up in our most powerful version of ourselves. We will almost want to pull the blanket over our head and hide from the world. But now, luckily for you, you have the tools to practice every day, to show up, to help change your inner state from that of worrying and almost flinching, hiding from the world, to, okay, relaxing your shoulders, standing tall, feeling your own strength and saying, you know what, whatever the universe is bringing towards me, I'm ready for it. Because you have the capacity to navigate whatever comes your way. The universe is only going to bring you challenges that you can handle. So as you go through these transitions, as you go through life, know that whatever comes your way, you have the capacity, the intelligence, the strength, the heart, the mind, the vision, the resources, the loved ones, for you to get through it and emerge on the other side feeling stronger, happier, and healthier than ever before. Just take things one day at a time, stick with your practices. And also, surrender is so important. As we go through periods of change, we almost try to grasp and try to control the outcome. When things are really out of your control, those are the perfect times for us to surrender. for us to truly say, you know what, like I'm going to float down the river of life. I'm not going to try to focus and overly fixate on the details. It's the perfect time to allow yourself to step back and say, I'm not going to get frustrated by the details. I'm not going to get overly fixated on the little things that lay ahead of me. I'm going to allow myself to zoom out and focus on the bigger picture. Excellent. So let's begin with a few minutes of alternate nostril breathing. When we breathe in through our left nostril and out through our left nostril, that really helps calm the nervous system, bringing us into a state of rest. So let's begin. Please take your thumb of your right hand, bring it up to your right nostril, and right where the cartilage opens about halfway down your nose, gently press there so that it blocks the airway. Sitting tall, left hand to left knee. Close your eyes. Inhale through the left nostril. 2, 3, 4. Exhale through the left nostril. 2, 3, 4. Keep your right hand where it is. Sit tall, right shoulder relaxed. Breathing in and out through the left nostril. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Keep breathing, counting in your mind. Really try to slow down the count gradually, comfortably. Find some length and space in each inhale and exhale. Bring all your awareness onto the edge, the inside edge of your left nostril. 2, 3, 4, out. 2, 3, 4. Keep counting and notice the sensations, the temperature of the air going in and out. Cool on the way in, warmer on the way out. Now bring your awareness to the point between your eyebrows. Keep breathing. Gently gaze up with your closed eyes at the point between your eyebrows. Sense the cold, fresh air in a perfect stream rising up to the point between your eyebrows, gently illuminating that space within your third eye, within the midbrain. Excellent. Lower your right hand to your right knee. Sit up tall, keep your eyes closed. Awareness in the midbrain, the point between the eyebrows, and then back within your skull about 2 inches. Wonderful. Gently open your eyes. So throughout this practice, as I mentioned, we're going to be working with extending the exhale, lengthening the exhale, a bit throughout our practice. So expect to have your exhale a little bit longer than your inhale when I instruct you to do so. Come over to all fours onto a tabletop position. Okay, we're going to bring in some dynamic movement here. So we will be moving from fours to child's pose, up to fours or tabletop position, to downward facing dog. Going to do that a few times. So let's just get the movement right first before we get into adding the breath count. So take an inhale in tabletop, breathing in and out through your nose for the entire practice. Exhale, sink your hips back to child's pose. Move slowly with the breath. Inhale, rise to tabletop. Exhale, plant your feet, lift your hips back to downward facing dog. Pressing firmly into your hands. Gazing at the point between your feet on the floor. Find length all the way through your spine. On your next inhale, come back down to tabletop position. So, with the monkey mind, we cannot just say, be still to the mind and achieve mental peace in an instant. That's not how it works. The mind is always moving. It's always wants something to fixate its attention on. So the best thing that we can do is give our mind the perfect object for its fixation, to get it to sit still. It's like you give a Rubik's Cube to a monkey and then it will just be like, what the heck's this? I'm going to play with this for hours. In this case, that's the breath. So throughout the practice, do your absolute best to use your awareness and to keep your awareness on your breath and to use your breath to surround your movements. On your next exhale, lower your hips to the floor. Exhale deeply and fully. Inhale, rise to all fours. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Inhale to tabletop for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, child's pose for 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Moving slowly, don't get ahead of the count. Slow down your movements with your breath. Inhale, rise to tabletop for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, downward facing dog for 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tabletop for 4, 2, 3, 4. Child's pose for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, tabletop for 4. I'll let you count. Exhale, downward facing dog for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tabletop for 4. Child's pose for 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Rest here for a moment. Place your forehead to the mat. Just keep it there. Gently take some inhales in and out through your nose.
And while you're lying here in child's pose, see if you can surrender. Find a place in your body in which you are offering resistance. See if there's any tension somewhere in your body where you're not allowing yourself to just be completely held by your mat and by the earth. Find that tension and release it. You can say within to this part of yourself, I surrender. I let go. Still breathing deeply and fully. Allowing whatever sounds are in your environment to wash through you without categorizing them, without placing judgment upon them. Moving out past beyond the thinking mind's need to say, this is good or this is bad. You are held by the earth. The universe is conspiring to bring you all you desire and more. If only we can quit struggling along the way. Take one more deep inhalation. Sigh out an exhalation. Once more, deep inhalation into the belly. Sigh to exhale. Wonderful. Come up onto all fours. Press yourself back into downward facing dog. Extend your right leg up to the sky. Bring your right knee through. Place it by your right hand. Coming into pigeon pose. We're going to be doing a lot of work here just on the floor today to keep ourselves really feeling connected to the earth, feeling supported, feeling grounded. Pressing evenly into your palms, rising through the crown. Inhale. Find length in your spine. Exhale, coming forward, placing one fist on top of another, if that's in your practice today, and bring your forehead down to the top fist. Actively rolling your right hip back and your left hip forward. Before moving into a total state of surrender here in pigeon pose, if you want to make it easier, bring your right ankle down closer towards your torso. If you want to make this more challenging and you want to welcome more of a challenge today, bring your right ankle that's on the floor up higher and closer to your left elbow. In order to avoid any pain in the right knee, you want to have your right foot and right leg completely activated by flexing your right toes towards your right knee, keeping flexion and activation within your right foot and right leg. Just take one deep inhale and surrender. Exhale. Rest here for a minute. Deep, long inhales. Long, deep exhales. Notice what your mind is doing. Notice the state of your mind and how you respond to a little bit of tension in the body, to a little bit of discomfort. When we learn how to remain calm in the face of discomfort on the mat, we can carry that capacity with us off the mat into our daily lives. This is the practice. We don't practice yoga for flexibility, to get a tight butt. We practice yoga to strengthen our skills so that we can show up in life with greater power, greater clarity, so that we can more steadily live our truth. True yoga, traditional yoga, tantric hatha yoga is about power. Wonderful. Gently coming out, placing your hands into the mat, lifting up your torso. Press your hands into the floor, activate your left foot, and lift your right foot up and back into the sky. Time for the left side. Inhale, exhale, extend the left foot to the sky, bring your left knee to outside your left palm. Flex your leg, press your palms into the earth. Inhale, rising tall, adjusting your foot however suits you the best. Now, gently, vertebrae by vertebrae, folding your torso over your knee. Fist over fist. Taking 1 or 2 more deep breaths and gently closing your eyes. Allowing yourself to lean into the discomfort, using your breath as you surrender. Stay here for a minute. Now, the skill that you're learning here today that can translate over into all moments of your life is if you're struggling in life, if you're feeling some tension, some frustration, to return to your breath. Take a deep, deep breath, noticing the sensations in your body. Simply ask yourself, can I accept these feelings too? Can I accept these feelings too? Can I accept this moment just as it is without wishing that it were different? Can I accept myself in this moment just as I am without wishing I were different? Can I accept my feelings just as they are without wishing that they were somehow different? Then over time, we live in an absolute state of non-attachment, non-reactivity, resisting nothing, and then we are open to everything. Take 2 more deep, slow inhales here into your belly. Allow your shoulders and jaw to relax. Nicely done. Bring your palms down to the mat, press into the floor, sitting tall. Lift your left foot back, find length in the spine, 3-legged dog. Come down to your knees. Sit tall, sitting on your knees and your heels. Place your hands on top of your thighs, chin to chest. Close your eyes for a moment. Breathe deeply.
take note of how you feel within. Okay, we're going to be coming into a twisting pose here. Roll around so that your legs are straight out in front of you, please. Almost like we're going into Paschimottanasana. Then place your right foot, either bring your right foot so that it's close to the inside of your sit bones or your bum. Place your right hand on the floor behind you. Now, activating your whole left leg so that your left toes are pointing towards your body, really bringing your right foot in. Place your right hand on the mat right behind your bum. Inhale, reach your left arm up to the sky. Find length in your spine. Exhale, twist to the right. First starting with the lowest vertebrae, and then the top, and then the head. Gaze over your right shoulder. Press into the mat with your right hand sitting tall. With every inhalation, finding length in the spine. With every exhalation, turning deeper towards the right. Using your right arm, wrapping your left arm around your right knee and pulling your knee towards your abdomen, towards your chest. Gaze to the right. Rest here. Close your eyes for a moment. Gaze to the front. On the next inhale, untwist your spine. Wrap both arms around your right knee. Just sit tall, eyes closed. Receive the benefits of that twist. Don't move. Excellent. Other side, extend your right foot out in front of you, flex your right toes towards you, bring your left foot in front of your left sitting bones. Hands on your shin, pulling it in tight. Place your left hand outside, right behind your tailbone on the floor. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Inhale, find length between the vertebrae. Exhale, grab your left knee with your right elbow, pull it into your torso, twist to the left. Again, inhale, find length, sit tall. Exhale, turn deeper to the left. Close your eyes, pressing gently into the floor with your left hand. Excellent. And now that once you unwind from your seated twist, come back and extend both of your legs out in front of you for Paschimottanasana, forward fold. Inhale, reach your arms high. Exhale, fold forward, grab your big toes with your peace fingers. Inhale, find length in the spine. Exhale, fold forward. Don't allow your spine to round. Just breathe deeply here. Close your eyes for a minute. Okay, and when you're ready on the next inhale, rise all the way up. Turn around on your back. Place your head, lay down on your back on the mat, placing your head towards
where your feet just were. Place your hands on your chest. Offer yourself a blessing or just some feelings of love and gratitude. You're doing a great job. You're doing the best that you can, and that's more than enough. Place your hands out by your sides. Allow your palms to fall open, facing towards the sky. Allow your feet to fall open wide enough that your lower back feels relaxed. Close your eyes. Gently tuck your chin to your chest ever so slightly. And just surrender in this final pose, Shavasana. Letting everything go. Let your breath go. Let your focus go. And just be. When you're ready, gently roll over on your right side. Cradle your head with your right arm. Bring your knees slightly up towards your chest. Press your left hand into the floor, coming up into a seated position. Cross your legs and sit up tall. Place your hands to your knees. Keeping your eyes closed. Thank you for your practice today. Thank you for showing up for yourself. And offer yourself a feeling of gratitude for doing the work to show up as your highest self with your best energy, with clarity, stillness, and strength. Know that everything is temporary. Bring your hands to your heart center, palms together. Namaste. Have a beautiful day. Thank you.